Welcome to another episode of Discover St. Cloud, Florida. I'm Kristen McCary, and I'm here with your host,
Janine Corcoran, broker for the Corcoran Connection.
Awesome. So super excited about this week's episode. You wanted to talk about...
Yeah, I thought it would be kind of neat to talk about... in St. Cloud, there's a lot of mom and pop restaurants, and so I decided to pick my top three. And when talking to my husband Bill, he actually had the same top three, which was kind of funny. Different meals, but ones we like. We eat out all the time because I really hardly ever cook. So, right. But do you have any? You have some too? You think
we do. We have a couple of places in St. Cloud, downtown St. Cloud, that we like to go. It really depends on the meal and how quick of a service we're looking for. But we have, there's lots of great like you said, mom and pop restaurants to go try. Mm-hmm. And it's really kind of hard to narrow down to my top three. Like I have a couple for different, different types of meals or different, speedy service. Like if I need to get in and out, if it's a, kind of grab and go thing. So what was your, so I didn't rank mine. I just came up with the ones that I like too, that we frequent the most. So, do you?
Well, let me start first in case you name the same ones.
Okay.
And if you hear a little crying in the background, it's not a baby, it's our dog. Okay, we are at a home studio. So that's what you hear. And she's trying to right now get through the tripod. We blocked her off with boxes, and Quentin's filming, and Aria is trying to push. She literally wants to go through that tripod. So if this camera goes wacky during it, what just happened. And she weighs about, I don't know, what is she, 85, 90 pounds or something like that. So anyway, mine are not in order either. But these are the top three that we love to visit. Okay, the first one is I had these notes is we love Italian. So there is this little Italian restaurant called La Bella Napoli, and they are located at, I have their exact address, 4071 13th Street. 13th Street, for those of you that don't know, is called 192. It's the main road that travels all the way from the East Coast all the way to the west side of 20, well, to
the Four Corners area.
Yeah, Four Corners, past Disney. So that's just like the main road that comes through. Most tourists know 192, but 13th Street is 192. They are located across the street from, I guess a good landmark might be Staples. Is that a good one?
Staples, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts, right here.
Aldi.
Yep.
Not far from the Walmart, very close, kind of catty corner to the Walmart.
And then CF Fitness, who used to be Gold's Gym, is in the same plaza. But a lot of people don't know about this. So I love Italian, and so does my husband. And the people that own it are from South Italy. They actually close during the summer to go back home. And because the owner doesn't want to leave the restaurant in the hands of his employees, that he just shuts it down and says, hey, we went to Italy. So regular locals that go all the time know about this. Mm-hmm. And they always, say, when are you leaving for Italy? Because then we know we can't come to the restaurant. But it never hurts his business. It's just a little hole in the wall. They have the best eggplant parmesan, my favorite meal. I don't order anything but that. When I go in there, she just says, your usual, and I say yes, and it comes with a salad and spaghetti, and it's so good. And I've tried lots and lots of other restaurants, Italian restaurants in the area. When people say, oh, it's the best Italian food. I went to one in Lake Nona, and I said, okay, let's try it. I'm sorry,
it's not the same.
But it's not the same. They just have really good sauce, great service. I mean, it's a hole in the wall, but it's definitely someplace you definitely want to stop by and see. Again, it's called La Bella Napoli, and it's located on 192 13th Street.
Well, see, that's not fair because La Bella Napoli is also in my top three.
Oh, is it?
It is, but I love the chicken parmesan, and I can't go there without getting the chicken parmesan. I think Quentin's had half the menu. He's tried tons of different things every time we go, but I get the same. I have not. That is the best chicken parm ever, and I will say that spaghetti's not actually included, at least not with the chicken parm. You have to order that. But
okay. No, that's okay, true, because I don't usually get the spaghetti because I try to stay away from carbs, even though there's cheese and whatever.
Right.
But that's right.
Yeah.
You either get a salad or the spaghetti.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always go for the salad because the portion is
huge,
massive.
Yeah,
that's definitely a 2-meal thing. You could split it if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm not into split my meal with anyone.
Neither am I. And it makes great leftovers. I really enjoy it, and
And it always
So
and it
it's
tastes
so
even better the next day
so
for lunch.
It's so good.
Now, Bill's favorite is, and he doesn't do carbs, but he will when he goes to this restaurant, is spaghetti and meatballs. And he always asks for extra sauce. He loves the sauce. And the other thing is the rolls that they give.
Oh, so good.
Right, and they do the garlic and the oil.
Oh,
and
yeah.
all that stuff that's really bad for you. But you have to splurge. You can't always be on a diet.
Oh, listen. And now I think, we were just talking about like, oh, we didn't make any plans for dinner. I think I want to make sure they're open tonight and go.
So, what's Quentin's favorite meal?
Oh boy, seafood. Anything seafood. He loves their seafood dishes there. They have good mussels too, right? Like,
Oh, I've had the mussels before. I'm a mussel girl too. But
Yeah.
I just love eggplant parmesan.
I know. It's so good. It's so good. So we like to go there a lot of times for celebrations, right? Like birthdays and, graduations or anniversaries or whatever. Like any of those types of things.
They don't deliver, but they do have pickup and they do reserve. The restaurant is big enough where you can have a party, and we always see big parties there. Just really, really good service. The owner is always out and talking to people if he's not back cooking because he's still in the kitchen. The kitchen is open. You can see the kitchen when you walk in. I mean, it's just if you want a really friendly, local, mom and pop, great Italian food, you have to go to that restaurant.
Right.
Really. So when I close houses with people, we give them a list of our favorite places to go, and they're at the top of the Italian. I don't think there's anyone else on that list. Now we do have a set. I don't think they make pizza. Do they make pizza?
I don't think
so. So, if you want pizza, well, that might be another podcast.
Favorite pizza and singing.
Yeah. But definitely check that out. So,
Yeah, they're good. Very good.
That's good. So, you want to do number 2? You're number 2? I'm going to
see.
laugh if it's the same thing.
Okay, well, I'm taking this one because I have a feeling it's on your list too.
No, don't help me. Go ahead.
Fire.
It is.
Phyre.
It is. That's so funny. And I don't think I've ever eaten there with you.
No.
No,
I don't think
the La Bella Napoli we have.
Oh, yeah.
But never Fire. We're Fire all the time.
Yeah, I love Fire. So it's really cool. It's like a pin-up, like speakeasy feel. It's super cool ambiance, and like just I love their new location. They actually just opened their new location not too long ago.
1918 New York Avenue, the main avenue going through downtown St. Cloud.
Right, and they're they have a little bit of outdoor seating. They have live music on the weekends, but I mean, listen, let's not forget the food, which is actually my favorite part. I love their Fire burger. Like their burgers are just so good.
So now
So
let me
good.
ask you something, because I don't eat meat, but Bill does, and his favorite is the whiskey burger. Is that different than the Fire burger?
It is. It is.
Okay, so
yeah.
what's on the Fire burger?
It's just like your traditional burger, but it's got like beer cheese on it. And
What is beer cheese?
I don't know.
Maybe
it's
cheese
really
with
good.
beer?
Yeah, I think it is. It's like a melty cheese. It's not like a
Is it
slice
like-
of cheese. It's like
Does it look like
cheese
cheddar?
sauce. It's like a
Colored
yellowish, whitish
Okay.
colored cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it is made with beer.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a nacho cheese. Tastes nothing like a nacho cheese, but like that kind of texture. It is so good. It is so. It's so good. Oh no! Now I want to go there for dinner. I don't know. I'm having trouble. Look, I got a thumbs up.
Yeah,
going
cool.
to Fire tonight.
Q over here behind the camera said, "Okay, we're going there."
Right.
So my Bill's favorite is whiskey burger, and it has the candy bacon and an egg. Now, to me, well, I'm not eating hamburgers anyway, but an
Or
egg on a
bacon.
hamburger. I don't know. He loves it. He orders it every time. He just says, keep the bun on the side. Well, you need to keep the bun on the side because heaven forbid. I mean, you got the bacon, you got the cheese. You better not eat the bun.
You should really save those calories.
Yes, got to save them somewhere.
Do you get a Diet Coke with that?
No. We actually have drinks. So my favorite are the ahi tuna nachos, like the tuna nachos. If you like tuna, which is of course rare. How do you say that? Rare? Raw. Okay, raw tuna. Yeah, raw tuna rare. I don't know
Right.
what I'm thinking. Anyway, so if you like tuna, you definitely want to try the tuna nachos. They're good. And then now, as far as I switch it up because again, I don't eat meat, so I do eat fish. So they have a lot of fish specials. Night before last, we were down there for the monthly marketing downtown market that they do once a month, and so we went to Fire to eat, and I had their sea bass, and it's delicious. I skipped the rice, and I ended up doing the seasonal vegetables, which were delicious. But yeah, they have really good dishes there, and it's unusual. And do you know? Because now, so one of the bartenders, they call her Marilyn. So these girls dress up in what's the era?
Oh, I don't know. What is that?
20s,
30s.
Yeah, 20s.
I don't know.
or
When were
30s.
speakeasies around? That's the kind of general time
So
frame.
that'd be the 20s,
Right.
You gonna look that up?
I'm gonna Google it. But
Okay,
keep
you
talking.
Google. Okay, so the girls dress up and they have their hair done, the lipstick, and they just have the high heels, but they each have a character name. Now I don't know who. I'm assuming the owner names them, or maybe they pick it themselves. So Crystal, who I know is behind the bar, I know her personally, but her name is Marilyn. so it's so funny to I'm like, hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? But so all the girls have these character names that they're in costume for. But it's just, again, mom and pop, local residents, and the owners actually live in Harmony, and they just do a fabulous job with the restaurant, like you said.
Right. It's really cool. And just so we know, speakeasies were around from 1920 to 1933. So we were right, 20s and 30s.
Oh, okay, good.
Good guess there.
Yeah, very good guess.
But yeah, it's a really cool experience. They do lots of events too. Like that's actually the one in October that they did the witches dancing the German witches dancing competition. They celebrate with Krampus during the Halloween and Christmas season, which is cool.
That's
so
right.
they do lots of different events too for the community, which is nice to get people downtown. And again, the food is fantastic. The drinks are great. They do brew their own beer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, Q loves doing that. I mean, I'm a regular plain old beer water girl, but he really enjoys that. And funny enough, I actually talked to them. I don't know if you remember, we did an interview with them a couple years ago when they opened. And the story goes behind starting Fire was because the husband was brewing beer in the kitchen and it exploded all over her kitchen. And so she said, that's it. You have to get a space. You can't do this in my house anymore.
I didn't know that.
And so they opened up Fire for him to brew beer. And then, of course, you have beer, you got to have food. So, and that's how it started. And I'm like, well, that was the best accident ever. I'm so glad that happened to us.
Talk about it. And they were on 10th Street.
Right.
And then they moved to
New York.
But I think they still keep the other one open for
They do. I thought I saw something the other day that they're actually going to be opening an 80s themed Fire there. So that would be cool. I don't know if it's just going to be a bar or if they're going to do food or maybe they'll bring food down from the other kitchen. I'm not sure. But regardless, it's really cool that they have the two, that they will have the two locations.
So that's, when we went to that marketing event, it was the biggest it had been. And so and I noticed that they can block off New York, but then they have to stop and leave 10th open, and then they block the rest of New York down to City Hall, but they have to let the cars. I guess the city council wouldn't let them block off 10th,
right?
But I tell you, the amount of people, you would never know COVID is going around because it was wall to wall people. It was packed. And then not only that, then you walk down the side street and then you go down Pennsylvania.
Right. I was going to say they have it on Pennsylvania too.
Yes. So, they had some really, really good vendors there. And probably next month we'll talk about the different, the top three vendors that I love.
Right.
I could tell them in my head right now.
I'm claiming Gypsy Waves. You can't have her.
Gypsy Waves, what's that one?
That's Laura Moyna. She's a
yes,
Harmony resident.
Yes, she was one of my top. She was.
You can't have her. She's mine.
Oh man,
I take her. She's mine. I have coasters from her. I have so many things
Wait,
from her.
where's my? Oh, that's from her.
The little picture frame up here is from her. So she's a local artist. And I really
local
love
artist,
it,
so talented.
But
that's
we'll
for another show.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your okay? Well, am I doing number 3 or are you doing number 3?
Well, you did. I'm going to do number 3 because Do you want to do number 3?
No, it's fine. Go ahead, because I think it's going to be the same.
No,
one.
don't even tell me.
Well, I got to go with a different time of day, so you know it's the same one.
And so wait, but what did you say Q likes at
And what? At Fire?
Yeah.
Oh, everything. The wings are really good. The burgers are good, right? What's your favorite burger? The steak is good.
Okay.
Listen.
There hasn't been a dish that I have ever... Listen, I worked in F&B for many years, just so you know. And so it takes a lot for me to ever send back food. Like, I'm just not that person. I'll eat it or just not finish it. And
Right.
then if they ask how was it, I'll tell them. And I Google review a lot, and I hardly, I try to give every restaurant a 4 or 5 unless it was that terrible. So I've never sent back anything. Like,
Right.
I've never had a bad dish. I lick the plate basically.
Right.
So
It's so good.
okay. So
Yeah.
the next one.
Ready?
Next
3. We'll say it at the same time. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
The cup. We're not related.
No, but you know what's funny though? When I was having this conversation last night with my husband Bill, I said to him, name me your favorite restaurant to go in St. Cloud. And the first thing he says, well, La Bella Napoli. And I was like, oh, that's so funny. That's mine. And then I said, well, okay, well, name me your top 3. And he goes, okay, well, definitely Fire. I mean, we feel like we're there almost every week. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, that's funny. And then I said, well, one more. What would it be? Mom and pop. It can't be like Chick-fil-A or something like that.
Right.
And he said, oh, absolutely, the Cup.
Right.
And I was like, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So I have gone there for lunch, but it's probably my favorite breakfast place.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely a breakfast place. If you love like good Southern breakfast, it's really good breakfast.
And if you're in a hurry, it's a place to go. If you're not in a hurry, it's a place to go. I mean, they turn and burn those tables, those girls and guys. I think it seems like there's mostly girls servers there, but they turn that table. That kitchen is so quick, so quick. Mm-hmm. If your order comes out wrong, they're at your table, they're taking it back, or they're just bringing you another dish. I mean, the owner there is fabulous. Very local, very good food. It is our diner. Mm-hmm. So growing up in New Jersey, like, we had diners all over the place. So diners in New Jersey, New York area are diners where you go to and, you can go early morning. But in New Jersey, because I was younger back then, it was, where you went at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Late night diners.
And they would serve you greasy food or whatever. So I have such a good memory of diners. And when we moved to Florida, there weren't a whole lot of diners. Right. I mean, are there? I mean, there's like, what's the one right here by 95 going to Melbourne? Waffle House and
right.
Perkins, and they're chains and they're good, but this is home, local, just good food, really good food, really nice people. You are going to see so many local, even local older people.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's like the place to be for breakfast. And the breakfast, everything's very reasonably priced.
Oh,
you could afford to go to breakfast every day there if you wanted to, really. I mean, you're spending just as much going through Dunkin' Donuts drive-through as getting a hot meal on your table with coffee that's poured nonstop. And like you said, they're very, very, very efficient there. They've got a great crew. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever had anything come out wrong.
No, and it's hot and it's quick. I mean, it's just it's just so good. And local businesses like have signs all over the wall.
Right.
They have a business card section where you could be part of that. You just put your business card. It's just good stuff. So, favorite food, like breakfast.
Ooh, that's tough. So I really like. I love like a good breakfast sandwich. So I like the breakfast sandwiches, like simple stuff, bacon, egg, and cheese. That's really good. I also love pancakes. So like, I know it's terrible, but when I'm a breakfast eater, I like waffles and pancakes and all the sweet stuff, or a nice good egg sandwich. So it really depends on what kind of mood I'm in. But I will tell you, Q is a biscuits and gravy type of guy, and he loves going there for biscuits and gravy in the morning. So
is that right, Q?
Yep.
He's like, I concur. We can go there later today. Maybe we'll go there for lunch.
So Bill's favorite is the omelet breakfast, but I for breakfast, I'll just do, 2 eggs over easy, toast. Well, actually, I haven't been doing toast. I ask for slices of tomato. And again, they'll help you with anything that you want. But my favorite thing there, I love all their sandwiches, but I love their potato salad. Anytime I go for lunch, like literally, even if I just not hungry, I'll order a side salad with a big thing of potato salad because it's so good. Right. It's like, it tastes like, I don't make a good potato salad. Like I said, I couldn't tell you last time I made it, but it's really good.
That's awesome.
A little bit of salt on it, and I could just sit there. I just want the whole big giant bowl. It's probably so bad for you.
So that was our top 3. But like, do you know how hard it is to narrow it down to 3? Oh, like, even as you're talking about potato salad, I'm like, oh, but that broccoli salad from 10th Street Produce. How could we not talk about 10th Street Produce?
How could we not talk about 10th Street?
You have Loading Gastro Brunch.
Well, because I wasn't thinking of 10th Street
in a restaurant.
As a restaurant, because it is like a deli type, and they just expanded. But there are tables outside, but it's been, like most of the time, it's not far from our office. So I send Hannah down there all the time. She calls and she, just to get out of the office, she goes, gets it. They will deliver. The owner, Adam, his wife, great people, you know what I mean?
Right.
So known him for years, and we're so proud of him and how successful he's come. He's just crazy busy. Right. And great food, great prices, very local. And again, so I grew up with
delis. It's the most authentic deli experience I've found in Florida. Like they don't exist like they do up north, but it's a really cool experience to go in there and you place your order, and they've got fresh produce all through the aisles that you can, pick up some, fresh stuff. And a lot of it's like farm sourced, like local stuff, which is really cool. So I love 10th Street Produce. Mm-hmm. We have Loading Gastro Brunch, which is right down on New York Avenue. If you could just hit a couple different restaurants down there, but they're really, they're really good, unique foods there, and people absolutely love it. Like,
and I'm sorry, I was thinking of restaurants sitting there, but 10th Street is fabulous. 10th Street Produce,
and then Chimentos, like my sister Lauren. That's Chimentos. She loves Chimentos. So that's another great Italian place. And again, that's on New York Ave in downtown St. Cloud. And then barbecue. We have a lot of barbecue places there. Yeah,
Jimmy Bears. They used to be in downtown St. Cloud. Now they're up by I can't even think, over there by
Tractor Supply.
Yeah, thank you. I was over the horse place, that I used to go to all the time when I had horses.
Behind La Bella Napoli in the other plaza. So we have Jimmy Bear's. There's Meat and Fire, which is down on Narcoossee and 192. We go there a lot because it's really close. Right. And they have fantastic barbecue. There's Granny Smokehouse in downtown St. Cloud. In the same plaza with La Bella Napoli, you have Mitsu, Japanese restaurant, hibachi, which that is Olivia's favorite. That girl will turn into some Mitsu if you let her. She gets the chicken hibachi, no vegetables, because heaven forbid she eats a vegetable in her life.
And what's that drink she gets? She always gets that
Japanese soda.
That's
some weird. It's
you push on it real hard and it pops something in there and gives it fizz or something.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Whenever she does that, when I bring her there, all the people around our table, because we'll do the hibachi, was always like, "What are you drinking?" Right? Because then it makes like a smoke. Or, like a dry ice type of...
I don't know what she's
doing.
And I'm
like, I don't know if that's really good for your teeth. Right. But she loves that.
She does. And then all the Yum Yum sauce. In fact, if you could just bring her a gallon, that would be great, because it makes it Yum Yum soup, basically. But anyway, so that's her favorite. We love going there, and it's a great, fun experience. There's just so many. Oh, Mutt's on 13th.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Mutt's.
How could you forget about Mutt's? I mean, okay, so again, I know you don't drink. I know you don't eat burgers, but they have fantastic burgers.
I thought it was a hot dog place.
I mean, maybe. I know. I mean, the Doghouse in St. Cloud is more of a hot dog place, but we have, they have really good burgers, but they also have did you know they have hand scooped ice cream?
At where?
Mutt's.
No.
You didn't know that? They have mint chip.
Okay, so again, I don't eat meat, so why am I going to Mutt's?
Well, but you can go for the
ice cream. But now that I know they have ice cream.
I didn't know that. Lauren told me the other day. I said, what? I'm always usually too full for my burger that I don't go get ice cream, but apparently they have real ice cream.
Like they have chocolate chip mint?
That's what I just said. They have mint chocolate chip. And so I know I should have told you. You might stop there later with KJ. but it's really, really good. So I really enjoy Mutt's. I mean, listen, we could go on and on about it, but Philly's.
Oh, Philly's cheesesteak, yeah.
Oh, you want an authentic, I mean, as
Yeah.
authentic as you're going to get down here, Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
But that's a very important thing. They only take cash, and they're only open a couple of days a week.
Because they have so much business.
It's just nuts. But
Yeah.
cash only. So make sure you bring a 20 when you go to get your sandwiches. And but they are so good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I
now I want
remember
that for
eating
lunch.
those. I remember eating those.
I know, when you ate meat, right?
Yeah, when I ate meat.
Yeah, when you had happiness in your life.
I might just go off my diet this week. Just try everything. I'll be sick as a dog. I'm a dog, ha.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You know who's good friends with that owner is our friend Tony.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, because they were all in the F&B.
Yeah.
F&B. Yeah.
By the way, F&B is food and beverage.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just
Because it sounds like F&B, like it sounds like it could be two really bad words, and I just want to
it's
clarify.
not a bad word. It's food and beverage.
Right. Or maybe it is a bad word. I don't know.
No, and that's just a term that people in the business understand when you say
Right.
F&B. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I should have clarified. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Because did you hear what Janine said?
Right. So, but that's awesome. So definitely a lot of great places to check
And wait,
out.
I have one more. Okay, this is local, and they have great food too. Is the Royal St. Cloud Golf Course. Okay,
Yeah.
Bill and I got married there. We've had, a good friend of ours just had a baby shower there, and they have beautiful sunset views. If you golf, you need to go to that golf course. He actually, for all of our people that use us in our business, actually gives one free golf membership. Yeah, as long as they don't already have a membership, and they are they're fabulous. And one of the owners, Bill Filson, is a real community guy, so he always wants to work. Helping the community. I mean, he
Right.
does. They do great fundraisers, and it's just a great place. Good
Right.
atmosphere, great service, good food. So,
And we have our annual Christmas party there.
yep, we always have a Christmas party there. You
Yep.
know,
Great food. Lots of really, really good food. So definitely tons of places to check out in St. Cloud. Of course, we had to narrow it down to our top 3. And how funny that we both picked the same
I know.
3. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I'm still surprised because
But
of all the
isn't it
places.
and isn't it kind of neat to as many because we have lots of chain restaurants.
Lots of chains.
Lots of chains. So I find when people move here, they're like, there's so many chains. Well, there are, because that's what chains do. But the mom and pops are here. You just have to find it. And if anyone wants a list, just let me know. I'll be happy to send it because there's so many more. There's so many other ones that we haven't mentioned. And
Right. And that you don't, like you said, you eat out a lot. So
Yeah.
you should know.
yes, eat out a lot.
And if anybody's looking for meatless options, Janine has a very extensive list of everything you can get at every restaurant and what's really good. So definitely check that out. And if you want the unhealthy, fat, delicious tasting, just pure heaven on a plate, you can ask me.
That's right.
So awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys, for tuning in this week. We will see you next week on
See you next week.
Discover St. Cloud, Florida.
All right.